Haunting greetings, internet friends. My name is KDOB10, and as promised, I have returned to you guys for week 6 of Dance with the Stars, season 27. It is the most wonderful time of the season, Halloween week. Plenty of spooks, treats, and a few tricks up a Sasha's sleeves. So, let's get to the elephant in the room. Nobody was eliminated last week. And that just irritated me. Because that means that Joe was going to somehow fuck up this year's Halloween show with whatever he was going to do, or probably don't even do. Was I proven right or wrong? We'll get to him when it's his turn to be spoken about. Also, Allison Holker and her husband Twitch graced us in the ballroom with a show-stopping number, and it was the best thing I have ever seen and needed so far this season. ABC, come here. Come here a second. Oh my god. I can't even get to my rant correctly. ABC, listen here. Bring Allison back! Can we make this into a petition? I need this to happen. There's a lot of things I want to do to improve this show. You know, like not screwing over Brandon next season. But I'm getting off track as usual. Without any further delay, everybody, I almost fucked that up. I think I did. I don't care. Let's just move on and see how everyone did this week. Kicking off the spooky night was Milo and Whitney. They had a contemporary to the song Toxic. Honestly, you would think given Milo's debut role as an actor was mainly about zombies, that would be the thesis for this week's dance. But no, we get something else. However, this concept that Whitney had created, oh my god, it scared the living shit out of me more than her contemporary with Frankie last year. I loved how much Milo was committed to the character he was portraying in this dance. I was captivated, to say the least. It was almost a bit unnerving, kind of like watching a thriller movie. Lynn called this spellbinding, and that's spooky for him to say, considering his dislike for contemporaries. This was a phenomenal performance and a fantastic way to start off the night. Hell, I'm gonna say it. This is probably the best Halloween dance of Whitney's Dance with the Stars career ever. And they got a perfect score for this? I'm not complaining. Great job all around. I really don't get the trope of people not knowing how to pronounce Paso Doble on this show, to be honest. I just roll my eyes every time it happens. Shit, I even did that when I looked back at the footage of Ariana Greenblatt from Juniors doing that and eventually calling it a Picasso. Like, really? That's not a thing, Ariana. Anywho, John Schneider, that's who we were going to focus on in this one. You know, I wasn't sure how this Paso Doble was going to play out. Surprisingly, I really enjoyed it. Sure, you know, there's a few mistakes here and there, but I thought John really held his own. For me, it was entertaining. I know he's really given it his all, and he tries to improve each week. I applaud him on his efforts with this. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the judges' scores on this one. I thought John did a bit better than they thought they did. But you know what? It doesn't matter. The week is over with, and he's still in the competition. At least he could do more and hope to succeed next week. That's all we can really hope for, Johnny boy. That's all we can hope for at this point. DeMarcus and Lindsay had a salsa this week. Out of all the dances I've seen of this pair, this was just underwhelming for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I thought DeMarcus did great. It just wasn't up to par of what I was anticipating with the Lindsay Arnold salsa. I watched him look at Artem to copy whatever he was doing, and we all know that's never a good sign most of the time. One of the things oh my god. I'm okay. Tired, exhausted, still dealing with jet lag. Anywho, one of the things I sincerely appreciate was the hip action was executed perfectly. Maybe it's just me, but honestly, you guys, I really wanted more out of this dance. It just wasn't my cup of tea this week, and I'm really sorry. It's just, I couldn't commit to it. I wasn't sold on this one. Okay, Ivana and Keo have been going forth for the last 3 weeks, and it's seriously starting to piss me off. What do they have against her or Keo in that matter? I don't understand this. Regardless, these two lovely people had a tango to Rihanna's Disturbia. And they absolutely crushed it. Ivana finally did things her way, and it paid off tremendously. She met. Oh my god, she made. No, that's not what I wanted to say. She came out. She came out to play this week. She came out to play and was like, hey everybody, I'm still worthy of this competition, and don't you forget it. Ivana was powerful and fierce in this number. Aside from her Viennese waltz, this is one of my favorite dances from her. She truly shined, and she owned the stage from start to finish. Her and Kyo got 2 10s for this routine, and honestly, I'm so happy that we're finally getting her the praise she really deserves. I'm just happy all around. I'm a proud Potterhead over here per usual. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for what they got in store for us next week with this newfound confidence of Ivana's. Well, Bobby was creepy enough, but I think that was a good thing. At least I hope it was. Like Milo, though, he was committed to the character. I really thought this was a good performance, and then I was scrolling through Twitter and saw some comments that said that their backdrop was similar to Frankie and Whitney's contemporary last year. So I looked back at Frankie and Whitney's, and then I rewatched Bobby and Sharna's. Yeah, I can see the resemblance, just a bit. It's kind of hard not to ignore the factor going into it when you're comparing them over and over, you know what I mean? I thought it was a steady routine, but it wasn't as good as I was wanting it to be in a way. Like, it was still a good performance, but it's just not what I was kind of wanting from Sharna, you know? It felt more like a contemporary than an Argentine tango. Given the music choice they were given, I can't really fault them on it, though. Man, they really gotta pick better songs for certain themes, you know? All in all, Bobby was solid. He was just troubling in some parts. That's all I got. I don't know how to describe this one. I was just extremely puzzled with Mary Lou's tango. I think it didn't know what it wanted to be at times. There were moments where I thought it was a paso doble, to be honest. And then I'm like, no, that's not it. This is a tango. And then there are other contributing factors, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? They call this a... Oh my god. I'm screwing up my words. I don't care. Oh, man. What was I saying? Right. They apparently called this a tango, but I don't know what this was, really. It might be a tango, but it's a poor excuse for a tango in a way. She was stiff. That was easy to see. I could see her putting effort into the dance, but I don't think she completely sold it. It was just weird all around. Sorry, not sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is my least favorite performance of hers. Alexis and Alan did a jazz routine, and there might be a spark between them. I'm not sure if it's a showman's like in Val's single days, or if it's legit like Robert and Kim Herjavec. But I'm really interested to see where this goes. I get the concept of the routine fits the song choice, but the costumes were like an LSD-induced trip to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I'm like, what is going on here? Alexis did well with the jazz, though, so that's great. It was absolutely fun and entertaining. Watching Alan perform any routine is always a treat. For me, I think he was fully into this jazz. This is probably the most fun he's had with Alexis during this whole season. One of my favorites for them for sure. That's all I can... I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah. I'm happy with this one for these two. So Grocery Store Joe was given the task to dance an Argentine tango. Or at least attempt for everybody that doesn't like him. To his credit, though, he actually was trying. And to my astonishment, he was doing well with the Argentine tango. He messed up the ending, but I'm really impressed with how Joe was being serious about a performance for once. I mean, the scores are pretty good as well. Don't get me wrong, I still believe he's one of the worst of the males, but I can applaud him for putting more effort into this week's show. I'm just trying to look at some of the positives here. I don't think we're ever gonna get rid of him. Help. Help. Please. Getting the pimp spot this week was Juan Pablo and Cheryl. They were given a jive to the song Dead Man's Party, a classic. Given the last couple of seasons, other than last year, that Cheryl has competed in a Halloween show, she was always eliminated. But you know what? She really stepped this one up. I'm impressed, Cheryl. Really impressed. I really loved how Juan Pablo basically gave some input of what he envisioned for his jive. The costumes, the scenery. He gets an A+ from me with this one. He was the leading man through and through. The timing and the precision was on point. The high kicks were phenomenal. It was spellbinding. I couldn't get enough of it. This is some of Cheryl's best content for our Halloween show. And that's saying a lot. Like Milo, Juan Pablo got a perfect score, and I believe it was rightfully earned and a great way to end off for the night. We lost another female celebrity this week, and I can't say I'm surprised. At this rate, I'm not even going to be shocked anymore. Okay, here's a challenge. Give me a male elimination for once, and then I'll be fucking stoked. Anywho, Mary Lou hung up her dancing shoes by the end of this week's show. Again, I'm not surprised it was her. Don't get me wrong, I love Sasha more than anything, but it just seemed like he wasn't giving her the best choreography. And I'm usually entranced by his work, you know? I think she was also lost in the shuffle and didn't give a wow factor during her run. It's like you watch everyone's dances, right? And they dance their little hearts out. And then Mary Lou will have her turn, and then you're like, oh yeah, you're still here. I totally forgot about you. That's how I perceived Mary Lou. She was just forgotten about, in a way. You know what I was more surprised about? I was coming home after getting off of my delayed flight in Indianapolis, and I was Googling the Dance with the Stars Juniors Wikipedia page to see how they did. And I was more shocked at the fact that Honey Boo Boo got eliminated this week than I was of Mary Lou's elimination. I'm not even fucking kidding. I'm more shocked about Honey Boo Boo than Mary Lou. What is life? What the fuck is life? It was a great run from Mary Lou and Sasha. I just wanted more out of them. And that's me putting it very nicely. It was a pleasure of knowing this Olympic legend, and I wish her well with her oh my god. I wish her well with her future endeavors. Sasha, buddy, I need you to come back strong next season. Come back strong and give me the best choreography ever. Give me a wow factor next season, okay? I know you could do it. I believe in you. So it's come to this. After 12 seasons, after 6 years, we bring this theme back. I am not looking forward to this at all. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since 2012, next week is Country Night. I really don't have high expectations for this whole thing altogether. I think Bobby will do well considering he's a radio host for the Country Stars, and I'm just giving up any sheer hope I have left of getting rid of Grocery Store Joe. You know, it'll happen when it happens. I think I fucked it up. I don't care. And when it does happen though, you bet your asses it'll be the best day of my life. Am I worried for Alexis and Ivana? Hell yeah, I am. But if we're going to be realistic for a moment, I would be more concerned about Alexis because she's been in Jeopardy at least 4 times if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. I don't know. Despite her scores, she's not getting the votes for the public, y'all. this is getting out of hand, and I don't know what to do about this because we gotta keep Alexis and Ivana in as long as possible. You know what I mean? Something's gotta change. We gotta change this whole dynamic with this season. This is really getting out of hand. Anyway, sound off in the comments below. What did you guys think of this year's Halloween show? Who were your favorites? Whose dance was abysmal in your opinion? What are your thoughts on Mary Lou's elimination? If you guys enjoyed this week's video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel and you want to see more of me in the future, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be alerted when I upload new content. Like last year's Halloween review episode, I would bid you goodbye, but I have something else in mind for that job.
So, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation.
But maybe the rain isn't really to blame.